Hello, everyone, and welcome. Okay. President Charles Hirschhorn, Provost Colette Vise Colors, trustees, honored guests, faculty, family, and friends. I am proud to announce our class of 2025. Congratulations. My name is Lauren Nicole Cuenca, and I'm honored to be this year's valedictorian. I asked if I could have some Subway Surfers or Family Guy playing to help you all stay awake for this, but there were copyright issues, so I hope my dazzling personality is enough to get you through this. As this year's valedictorian, I have the special pleasure of representing not only the animation department, but the digital media cohort as a whole in its final year as a pair with game and entertainment design. So, shout out to my game friends out there, and to my motion designers too, who are also the last of their kind. I'd like to thank everyone that made this day possible. To my mom, dad, brother, and grandparents, who have always believed in me and trusted that I would succeed. My whole family's unwavering support is what keeps me going, and I hope I've made them all proud. To my friends, both Otis and non-Otis students alike, thank you for your constant support and cheerleading, for being someone to bounce ideas off of, and for laughing at my jokes most of the time. Over and over again, they have saved me from my indecisiveness and my constant back and forths over my work and my portfolio. Should my website theme be seafoam green or turquoise? And what do you mean they look the same? My friends should be relieved to know that they'll finally be free of this until I open my website again next week and the cycle continues. Thank you to all of our Otis faculty. I was very lucky to have some amazing professors that have encouraged me and helped me grow both as an artist and as a person. There are classes that I could take 100 times over and still find something new to learn. As I'm sure my classmates would agree, your dedication to teaching does not go unnoticed, and I am forever grateful for the work that you do. And, of course, happy Mother's Day, especially to my mother, who I hope appreciates the gift of having not just one, but two amazing and hilarious children. When I told my family I was going to be this year's valedictorian, my brother said he, and I quote, called it, which in turn means he deserves some credit for this achievement. So thank you and congratulations to Chris Cuenca. Since foundation year, we've had the privilege of watching each other grow socially, academically, and creatively. When we first started, we were still in the midst of a global pandemic. Studios were closed, projects were shut down, and there were a lot of questions about how this would change the world for us post-graduation. These questions only got bigger with the writers' strike and the animation negotiations, the sudden boom of AI in daily and professional settings, and the LA wildfires from earlier this year. We were given many opportunities to doubt the paths that we're on, and each time we persevered. How do I know? Because I don't think we all decided to wear these caps and gowns by chance. Unless you all got jealous of my cap and gown, in which case I understand. There is a quote that is largely attributed to Confucius, which is code for, we don't have proof he said it, but it fits the bill enough that we'll just say it is. The quote is as follows: "It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop." I've received immeasurable support from my classmates, professors, and faculty, many of whom have shared with me their experience with digital media. Harry Mott, the former founding chair of digital media, was kind enough to recount the history of the department to me. I'd like to share some of that with you. Digital media was created in 1997, one of the smallest departments at Otis at the time. Hearing this shocked me because the digital media I know is one of, if not the biggest department at Otis. What might shock you more is that at the beginning, there were absolutely no drawing classes. This was, of course, quickly rectified, and these programs became popular with students across departments, and with 6 concentrations, our little department was welcoming new and continuing students alike, growing and evolving into the digital media we know today, serving well over 2,000 students in its 28 years of existence. In honor of the department, I'd also like to remember the faculty that paved way for students like myself to thrive and create at their fullest potential. To those no longer with us, and to those whose paths have taken them elsewhere, thank you. I bring up the past as an example of how we can persevere through change. Otis is not the same as it was 28 years ago, and it's not the same as it was even 4 years ago when we started. The same goes for ourselves and our classmates. Through highs, lows, and senior shows, we've made it out on top. Our perseverance is our strength. Everything the universe was throwing at us, Zoom classes, COVID shutdowns, trying to explain that no, ChatGPT does not know what it's talking about. Through all of this, we survived. Late nights of writing, painting, drawing, editing, cutting, and sewing have culminated in this moment. It was a lot of work, and it was only after looking back each semester was over that I could really see what we accomplished. I would talk with my friends, some of whom major in things like accounting, public health, mechanical engineering, and linguistics, and the overwhelming response when they would see our workload was, "You guys had to do all of that?" So we should be proud of ourselves and the work that we've done, and take my friends' responses as a sign that we're probably in the right place, because I know for a fact that I don't want to switch workloads with them either. Perseverance, perseverance, and perseverance. These are the 3 things you need to succeed as an artist. We've all been told and bore witness to the unique challenges that being an artist presents in this job market. There's always been this looming fear around networking and making lasting connections, and I argue that college was half the battle. Everyone you've met during your time here, all of the events you attended, and especially your O-Launch booths from this past weekend, all of this was work you did to forge lasting friendships and connections with people who are about to enter your chosen industry. Now, I'm not saying anyone here owes you a job or anything like that. Unless you have a job to offer me, then you do owe me. But truly, the next few years will be a great test in our perseverance and our family's patience. There's no telling which job will pull through or when an opportunity will pop up. The best thing you can do is keep pushing forward and become the best you can be. I've spoken to alumni and industry professionals, all of whom have voiced a similar sentiment. Life is a waiting game, and it's just a matter of when something will come your way, not if. This is the message I'd like to leave with all of you. Your passion will not go unnoticed, and your perseverance will get you where you need to be, even if it's not what you envisioned when you first started. I hope our friends and family can also share in our passion and have patience as we push on towards the next chapter of our lives. So again, it does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. Work hard, be kind to each other, and let's once again congratulate ourselves for a job well done. Congratulations, class of 2025.